Good day, beautiful peoples. Good day, guys. How are you doing? Welcome to our international podcast. Below the belt, who vex lose? Lest we forget, who vex lose, folks. Welcome to our international podcast. Wherever in the world you folks are joining us from this afternoon, we are so pleased that you folks are here with us. Lots and lots and lots of things are happening, guys, and we hope that you guys are great. We hope that you guys, like Roxanne Odessa Jacobs, are having a fantastic afternoon. Boots on the ground, pace and power. Gotta do what we gotta do, folks. Got to do what we gotta do. Good to see Roxanne Odessa Jacobs here with us, and Petal Thorne, Claire Alexis Charmley Richmond here as well, Sheena Hazel, Glenda Light Beaton is here as well, Savitri Zal. Good to have you, Linda Thomas. Good to have you, Magnell Barrow, Fidel Nakaman Langhorn. Good to have you, Jenny's Book as well, and Gloria Chester. Gloria, how are you doing? Good to have you here, Gloria. How is Diamond? Erwin Don Cook. Good to have you, beautiful folks, here with us. Pace and power. Folks, a lot of protests happening today. We're being made to understand at Eccles there's a protest that the vice president must go. Damn it in hell. Must go. We're being made to understand that there's some other protests happening as well. Yep. Lots of folks happening, my good people. Lots of things happening. We're going to try to keep up to date. There's one happening at the Duke Street, folks. Yep, there's one happening at Duke Street. And this may be one of the offices of the Ministry of Natural Resources. Duke Street protest. Yep, folks asking for the renegotiation of this oil contract. The office of the installed president, Catfish, might also be protested sometime in the not so distant future. Protest, guys. Like 1 o'clock today, for instance. Protest! Boots on the ground! Brenda Braffett, Orrin Don Cook, Chandel Ward, Marlon Thomas, Roxanne Aaron, Dan Fordyce, Desiree Hollingsworth, and Chandel. Yep. Boots on the ground, folks. Share. Lest we forget, today we hearkening back to something that y'all installed vice president said. We're going to be harkening back to that in today's episode of Lest We Forget. It was the 76th session of the UN General Assembly there in Washington, in New York. It was just last year in September. You like talk? That's the problem. You like talk. We're going to be talking about that at this end. Reminding him, because like he forget, pack of scamps. Cabinet of scamps. See, don't tip out the whole cabinet already. Cabinet of scamps. Yep, we're going to be talking things. You're in the right place, guys. Protest at the office of the president. In the near future, like 1 o'clock today. Protests at the Ministry of Natural Resources. Protests in Eccles. Constitutional right. People got to talk the things. Winston Henry and Cicely Fordyce. Alana Tang. People got to talk the things. How things by you, Alana? But the Jagabats and trench croppers don't want to hear this. The tadpoles and the cricketers, the scarecrows, the carrion crows, the vultures, the jumbie birds. They won't want to hear it. They won't want to hear it. That's what we said. Ayambo Natasha Congraves. How you doing? Good day to you, Ayambo. 12 o'clock in the day where we are. Where are you joining us from, Ayambo? Claudette Powell Lewis. Good to see you, Jenny's Booker. Marlon Cabin Van Veen. How you doing there? Anne-Marie Selby out here. Natasha Thomas outside too. Herman Boston, how you doing? Uh, Iambo says he's joining from Yorkshire, England. Yorkshire. Avril, rock and come in, Avril. Steady vibes. Sukchan Sudhare, Jean Bond. Good to have each and every one of you beautiful folks here with us today. Quiet, good-natured, peace-loving folks below the belt. Good to have you guys. Good to have you folks. Lest we forget, we got to remind you guys about a couple of things. We got to remind y'all about a couple of things. We have to remind you folks about a few things. We come out today, folks. We outside. Text. Duke Street. 59 Chanchapal Drive at 1 o'clock. On this bank currently. Watching to see how things going, folks. We're watching to see how things going. Lots of things happening. Lots of things happening. Things are moving on the ground very quickly. Quickly, swiftly. Things are moving on the ground. Gotta do what we gotta do. Shelley DeRidder, Juliet Mickle, Wanda Fraser, Claire Capel, Bernard Anderson. Good to have you beautiful folks with us. Marilyn King. Good to have you folks with us. As we said, folks, there's some protests happening far and wide, near and far. And we want to take you to one of those that are happening right now. Ministry of Natural Resources. Take a listen. Take a listen.
I want to remind Guyanese, a renegotiation of this contract will benefit us all.
Young man, how do you
Not
speaking,
Ali,
folks?
not Jagdeo, but each and every one of us will benefit from this. Now, we understand Exxon has its expenses. We understand this thing is expensive to drill, to explore, to do all of that. What we don't understand is why we must stop in the first year, while Exxon writes off all its costs, and they make $320 billion in profit. We make, how much is it you got on the placard? 85 billion.
No,
Guyana gets, hold on, Guyana gets 85 billion. But we're giving Exxon a 79 billion tax credit. Exxon not paying taxes, but in our books, Exxon has to record that it pays taxes. So what the minister does, it goes over to GRA and say, record this. This is the tax. And GRA has to issue a tax certificate for no taxes received, but has to issue a tax certificate. Exxon's books, and this is the final call I want to make. The SEC, the stock exchange in the United States and all over the world that Exxon is trading on, needs to look at this manipulation of the books. Because you are not paying taxes in Guyana, yet you got a tax receipt that you have paid taxes, you have grossed up your profits, and you're reporting it to your investors overseas. That too is fraud. So this contract needs to be renegotiated, not just because we want more money. Show me how many investors and how many Guyanese are operating without paying taxes, but more than anything else, receiving a tax certificate for taxes not paid. Right? The laws of Guyana does not allow this. So it is illegal. It is unconstitutional. It is bad in faith, bad in practice.
You got a bit fiasco now about the royalty now.
IoT. MAHAD.
This royalty just bust out today, and it's another shit that won't go down.
Folks, this is some of the audio from a protest activity outside of the Ministry of Natural Resources a short while ago.
Imagine none of them know whether this royalty is recoverable or not.
No, and the thing is, everybody blaming Trotman. I'll tell you something a lot of Guyanese don't know. Trotman actually got the royalty to double. It was
For
1%.
1% to
1%. He got it increased by 100% to 2%.
100% to 2.
Right?
Yes.
Everybody is saying, but the current government, and this is another point I should have made to you, everybody is saying that the current government didn't know because it was in opposition. This thing was debated in Parliament in 2016. You were opposition, be responsible. Right? So Guyanese cannot accept this fact that the president and the vice president and the entire team didn't know. It means if they didn't know, they shouldn't have been a good opposition then. They were bad opposition because they allowed things to happen while being responsible for the amount of electorates in this country. Right? They had access to everything. In fact, the last thing I'll say on it, in fact, the bridging deal is the killer because it connects the current contract to the pre-2015 words of the, they haven't separated the exploration from the exploitation of oil itself. And that is what is happening. So the government, Mr. Ali, needs to stop the gaffe and renegotiate this contract now.
Yep. Jagdeo from that pressure group, Article 13, talking there, folks, folks, about what should be happening with the renegotiation of the production sharing agreement between Exxon and Guyana. Bring it live and direct, folks. Live and direct. That's how it went down just a few short minutes ago. Who's sharing the live? Who's sharing the light, my people? Roy Garraway, what about you, Roy? Desiree Smart Felix. Good to see you, Desiree. Good to see Marilyn King and Pamela Sanchari. Great to see each and every one of you. Winston Henry. Alex Ann, good to see you. Terry Chaube, good to see you as well, Terry. Karen Thorne is here as well. Good to see Karen. How are we doing, good people? Really glad to have all of you guys here with us today. That was a protest activity in front of the Ministry of Natural Resources office, Duke Street, down in Kingston. Yep. That's how it went down there, guys. We're being made to understand that there's a protest activity on the East Bank as well, in the vicinity of Eccles. Folks saying that Jagdeo must go. He must pack his bag and go. Because apparently the fella don't remember the things when he talked them. He seems not to remember their own principles and guidelines and so on. When it comes to meeting with foreign investors. But no. Them boys won't remember because you know why? Them boys want the consulting fee. Them boys want the processing fee. Such and so forth. How they gonna remember? They won't remember. They just won't. Processing fee. Consultancy fee. 2%. Yep. Folks, tetanus. It's tetanus. Bitter. Tetanus and bitter. But we're happy that you guys are here with us. We're happy that you guys are here with us. So happy you folks are here with us. Yep, 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 yep. Happy you beautiful folks are here with us. I saw y'all get prayer put out a statement. Vice News get them back, folks. Vice News got them catching Ante Banter. James Smith, Ante Banter. Susan Washington, Ante Banter. Quince Cruz, that's what they're catching. Ante Banter. Y'all know the truth we talking. That's what they're catching. Well, I got more to catch. They got more to catch. They have more to catch. So there he was, folks. There he was, Mr. Jagdeo himself, in live and living color, piano for sale. It was in his living room, you know. His living room he was in. Sue makes all the agreements. Sue makes all the agreements. I help from the government side, of course, because we're in government. Sue makes all, not some. I tell you what the people said. What he said. Sue makes all the agreements. He has all we support. He has all our support. He's my friend. He's my friend. From tenant to friend. 0.60. You know? From 0 to 60. He's my friend. He's my tenant. He's my tenant. That's why I want y'all know. And lots of folks are saying that meeting that transpired between Jagdeo and the Mr. Chan posing as a Chinese investor should not have happened. It's unethical. It's unethical. It smacks of corruption. That's what the people said. Now, you think about that. My good people. Think about that. And that I offer you the man in his own words at the 76th session of the UN General Assembly there in New York. It was a press conference emanating from those meetings there of the 76th session of the General Assembly of the United Nations. That's how it went down. Take a listen to some of what was said. It was a press conference on the sidelines of that UN General Assembly just last year, September. Just last year, September. Good people, take a listen to how some of that went down, how it unfolded, some of what was said, and then think about where we are today. Ponder a little bit about that, where we are today. Ponder upon that. Interesting times ahead, my good people. Who's sharing the live? Smash, smash, smash that emoji button. Run the lane. How you folks doing? Let's take a listen to that. Let's see if we can make sense from nonsense. Mm-hmm.
A business over here, a large office.
Sorry for that, Mr. President. Sir?
No problem, sir. We have a question from a business owner here in the US who migrated from Guyana, a Guyanese business owner, and want to invest in Guyana through Go Invest in a substantial way. How would that person look to bring his business into Guyana and invest in Guyana? Would that be through the consulate here, or would he go to Guyana to invest?
No, he can approach Go Invest directly, or he can go to the consulate for advice and support.
Money.
But it's open. So all he has to do is get his business proposal and submit that business proposal. So an evaluation can be made, and he can be pointed in the right direction. So that's all that is needed.
The reason why he asked the question was he visited Guyana and was unsuccessful in getting an appointment for this proposal. So he reached out to us and asked.
But this is something that is very irksome, because sometimes people, if you have an office, you don't have to meet the head of the office every time because he's busy too. You deposit your proposal, say, I'm interested. You have staff there. You meet with the staff. People walk in. The foreigners can come and do this every day, and they're moving ahead with our projects, their projects, and they go through that mechanism. How could a person not, because he doesn't meet the head of the office, not even deposit his proposal and say, here is what I want to do. Can you advise me? And he has a substantial sum of money. But we have to get real too. Sometimes our people, they need personalized attention. What we're trying to do is to make the system work. So you don't have to go and see individuals to get help. You can get help from the system. That is the only way it becomes sustainable in the long run. It's not capricious. And then you can't say, or somebody wants money to get my proposal approved because that's the next thing that comes along. So the people have to cooperate too, particularly in the diaspora. I hear sometimes more complaints than an attempt to use the system that is already there, and others are using it to their advantage who come from the rest of the world.
Thank you.
Yep. Again, folks, that was on the sidelines of the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York just last year, September. You don't always have to see the head of these agencies, You can just submit your proposal and, things will happen. You don't got to come to Pradoville too, Mr. Chan and so on. You don't have to come. Just submit a proposal. Sue has all our support. He's my friend. He got all we support. Folks, I want to hear some of those opinions of yours. Rock and come in with a voice note or two. I ain't want dissertations. I ain't want a mini podcast in your voice notes. I want to hear from you. 6276963. Voice notes only. Do not call. Please and thank you. Send us a voice note. And let's hear what's happening out there, folks. Play it back one more time. Again, this is the 76th session of the United Nations General Assembly. And here y'all boys, the man talking about how the system should work. How it should work, but how it don't work. How it does not work.
So
take a listen, folks.
a business over here, a large office.
Sorry for that, Mr. President. Sir?
No problem, sir. We have a question from a business owner here in the US who migrated from Guyana, a Guyanese business owner, and want to invest in Guyana through Go Invest in a substantial way. How would that person look to bring his business into Guyana and invest in Guyana? Would that be through the consulate here, or would he go to Guyana to invest?
No, he can approach Go Invest directly, or he can go to the consulate for advice and support.
It's money.
But it's open. So all he has to do is get his business proposal and submit that business proposal. So an evaluation can be made, and he can be pointed in the right direction. So that's all is needed.
The reason why he asked the question was he visited Guyana and was unsuccessful in getting an appointment with his proposal. So he reached out to us and asked.
But this is something that is very irksome, because sometimes people, if you have an office, you don't have to meet the head of the office every time, because he's busy too. You deposit your proposal, say, I'm interested. You have staff there. You meet with the staff. People walk in. The foreigners can come and do this every day, and they're moving ahead with their projects, and they go through that mechanism. How could a person not, because he doesn't meet the head of the office, not even deposit his proposal and say, here is what I want to do. Can you advise me?
Mm-hmm.
And he has a substantial sum of money. But we have to get real too. Sometimes our people, they need personalized attention. What we're trying to do is to make the system work. So you don't have to go and see individuals to get help. You can get help from the system. That is the only way it becomes sustainable in the long run. It's not capricious. And then you can't say, or somebody wants money to get my proposal approved, because that's the next thing that comes along. So the people have to cooperate too, particularly in the diaspora. I hear sometimes more complaints than an attempt to use the system that is already there, and others are using it to their advantage who come from the rest of the world.
Thank you.
Yep. That's how that went down, folks. That is how that went down. Do we have a couple of folks who are going to share their thoughts with us? 627-6963. We don't bite on Tuesdays. Saturday's a different story, but Tuesdays not so much. Not so much. We're going to take a few of these. Hopefully they come through very strong and sound. We're going to take a few of them. And I ain't want no challenges today. Let's see how they're coming in. Let's see if and how they come in. Let's see if and how they come in, folks. Let's see how they come in. Good to have each and every one of you beautiful folks out there. Yep. Give us a sec to get it streamlined.
Good morning, Sherrod. Guyana should not be for sale. The PPP government behaves like they have the transport for Guyana.
Mm-hmm.
And all other Guyanese
Are you guys hearing
are
us, sister?
just there.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. Guyanese have so much difficulties to get a piece of land. And foreigners could get acres of land, the prime lands for sale with all the kickbacks. It's ridiculous. Jagdeo and his crony needs to be investigated, not by folks in Guyana, but international.
Mm-hmm.
Those people are so corrupt.
To the core.
People are struggling so much in the country, and they're using all the money from the natural resources to enrich themselves. Are they patriotic Guyanese? I don't think so. They are a bunch of hustlers. That's what they are, a bunch of hustlers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are they not ashamed of themselves to see their own people suffering? With all some of those roads, you could see them, that they're so deplorable. People have to be in mud, big holes, They're like they were rich and famous, going all over the place, Dubai all over the place. China is there to get as much as they want. But you know what? What they are doing will backfire on them. Just wait.
Correct is right. Correct is right.
Good afternoon, Sharon. Good afternoon, listeners. Good afternoon, Guyana. Sharon, what Vice, what the Vice News have done is what the Guyana Police Force and all those guard of democracy all them could have never done. The people were strategic in whatever was doing. It was well planned and well officiated. And I want Guyanese to know what Vice News did is, is put out a piece to let people commit themselves. And then they will bring out the other piece. Vice News have more facts and more damning revelations to reveal. So this is only part one. So, and the people them that is trying to give the vice president, trying to clear him, they have no integrity also. They're just the same. Because when people like Kwame could settle, he has proven himself his track record. His track record is just like Kwame. It's just that Kwame meet vice president and president of this country. But all the key Kwame's on the same track. All of them is backpedaling. And I am saying that his words that he used in that clip, that alone prove his guilt. When you can use a third party and saying a man who's not even part of the government and saying he makes all thing, he would do all the arrangements and he'd look after all contracts, but I will look after the government side because I am in the government. Yes, what he's trying to tell the people them, look, when Sue look after you, me personally would make certain that it has to pass on the government side. So you have no problem. This all we trying to tell people. And I cannot see Guyana can be so stupid, be big but being stupid. He feels that he can always talk. So he got to go and tell those people who shake their head to his lies and bow to his feet. There's some of his supporters, and I think some of his supporters is sensible enough to know that Jagdeo has been caught in a web and he's made Guyana look bad in the sight of the world, and Jagdeo must go. Jagdeo must go. He have to go. We cannot take it anymore. What is the opposition of people waiting on with all those sweet talk? Jared, I fed up with this sweet talk, and it's time for us to take action. Jagdeo have to go. Jagdeo should be placed before the court. He's not the president, so they can't tell me that nobody can hold Jagdeo. You understand? He could get hold now. Let me see the police gonna do what they gotta do. Let me see if he can approve himself from now. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you for that.
Hi, Sherrod. How are you today? So,
Good, be good.
I just want to know if Sue knew that the potential businessman was on the cover. Did he know that? Or did he go along with them just to try to find out exactly, that Jagdeo was up to corruption? Yeah, so I'd like to know that. Okay, do you know? Thanks.
Thanks for the question. I don't think that Sue was in on it. I don't think so at all. Don't think so. Don't think so. Let's take another one. Let's take another one.
Good afternoon, Sharon. Good afternoon, listeners.
I think we had that one already. We're gonna try another one, guys. Apologies there.
Good afternoon, Sheridan and listeners. I
Talk
won't
to
be too
us.
long, but personally, when I saw the 15-minute clip, I was enraged, not only because of the dishonesty, right? But because I can't, up to now, I can't get the laughter of Sue out of my head when he was referring to the corruption in Guyana. actually he was being facetious or trying to be facetious when he said people would be worried if there was no corruption in Guyana. I think that's a personal, I take that personally. You understand me? I don't I don't laugh for things like that. Secondly, these persons who are trying to defend Mr. Jagdeo, something wrong with the brain. Because I don't think they're thinking seriously about the implications of this documentary, if you want to call it that, on Showtime and all of that. Everybody is seeing, even if they didn't notice it before, they would notice now. And I'm sure that Guyana is back on that list for corruption. It hurts. When I see what's happening to my beloved country, it hurts. You know what I mean? And those who find it funny, they have no idea of the implications of this video or clip, right? People are now going to be a little more careful with how they do business with Guyanese, not only in Guyana, but internationally. People are going to start disrespecting Guyanese when they go to conduct business overseas. You know, at one time, I mean, during 2015, I might have been upset with the last government for a couple of things, but I started to walk with my head up and feel proud when I had to say I'm Guyanese. Now I'm a bit hesitant to do that.
Understood.
There
Understood.
are some serious implications, and I think Guyanese should wake up and Guyanese should support those boots on the ground thingies, right? The protests, because Guyanese have to rise up at some time and speak for themselves. It's not nice, it's not right.
Correct. 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 Correct is
Hi,
right.
Sharon. I just want to make a small contribution. The more I listened to the statement coming out of the US ambassador, the more I understand what she's saying. She's saying to Jagdeo, I warned you before about transparency, and you're not listening. She's giving him a message. He's on his own now. Hey, Sharon. When Jagdeo made that statement in the clip, that Sue takes care of all agreements, and Sue takes care of all agreements, and he will act on the government side. If you read between the lines of that statement, what Jagdeo is actually saying, well, you all go with Sue. When Sue bring my money, I go take care of you.
Yep, folks. A lot of views out there, a lot of views out there. Try not to make them too long, guys. Try not to make them too long. I'm seeing one here. It's quite lengthy. Try not to make them too long. Let's take another one.
Hi, good afternoon, Sharon, and to your listeners. I'm telling you this right now. Me and why anybody telling me but Jagdeo must demit office and these kind of things. Jagdeo must demit office. Jagdeo must face the court. Jagdeo must go to jail. Also, the party must be dysfunction. This is not right what is happening to Guyanese people. Seriously, we are suffering. We have so many resources. And look what we're going through. With a population with less than 1 million people, to my Christ, it's a shame. It's a shame. That's why I always said I'm angry. I'm so angry that I always said the only president I never had who vexed lose was Mr. LFS Francis Bonham. Seriously, Bonham was the only president that we had because you know why? Hexagon could have never come and tell Bonham about 2%. Jamais, never in this life. They could have come and tell Bonham about 2%. And these presidents, they sit down and accept that, and people suffering in Guyana. I have family in Guyana. I have my family them in Guyana, and they are suffering comes in Guyana with so many resources, less than 1 million people. Shame on these people. Shame.
Yep. Another contributor. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Try to get as many as possible, folks. Try to get as many as possible.
Why the Chinese government, the Chinese ambassador coming up for defend Barra Jagdeo?
Good
Yeah,
question.
Sharon. Why the Chinese ambassador come out? Where is Sarah Lynch? Sarah Lynch is a quiet. Yeah, people punishing in this country and Jagdeo is bringing her with money. Why? Why? Why Ali defending Jagdeo? Ali know the right thing. Eh?
Yep. Well, the U.S. Embassy did put out a statement yesterday. Did put out a statement yesterday talking about anti-corruption. They are for anti-corruption and that kind of stuff. They did put out a statement yesterday, guys. They did put out a statement yesterday. I'm gonna try to get another comment.
Yes, Sheridan, below the belt viewers. Yeah,
Go right
Jagdeo
ahead.
exposed himself there. He exposed himself. He's given all approval that Sue handles Guyana business, and then whatever payback and so on, everything is through Sue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Everything is through Sue. So now we got to start wondering where they're getting all this money from. They gotta investigate PPP now. Jagdeo got to step down. There's no excuse from Ali or none other within the PPPC government. None other. The same idea that they use all the time from in the 80s against Burnham, what the US they label him and sanction him was, it's the same thing they're doing him with him. And then using the black index of the lowest standard. That's the same idea he's using here in Guyana to against the African Guyanese, treating us like lower standards. So there's nothing more else we can take from Jagdeo. Sherrod, as a member of parliament, let your party members know that the citizens of Guyana means business now. We cannot let this go under the rug. Never, never. This should be stain. There's a stain and should be set in Guyana history book of Jagdeo record now. He's worse. Worse.
Yep. The people mean business. Y'all heard it. The people mean business. That was said.
Hi, Chef. Good day. It's a sad situation in Guyana because when you look at how Guyanese living, and these people from abroad just coming in and doing what they feel like because of our leaders in Guyana. You know, Jagdeo is an evil and a wicked man because, Sheriff, I live in Sophia and look at the roads in Sophia like it's not a human being is living inside here, and Jagdeo living a life like a king, but he's an evil and a wicked man, but his days are coming.
Yep. We heard that. We heard that. His days are coming. His days are coming. Guys, thanks for that contribution. We're going to try to get another one, guys. Quickly, swiftly, moving on down. Moving on down. Thanks for that, folks.
Good afternoon, Sharon.
Good afternoon, William.
One of the things that I observe here, and I can safely say it has vindicated Mr. Lyndon Forbes Sampson Burnham. He was never, ever caught in such a sting operation. They have demonized that man, and now look who's the one that is caught. Sometime in 2015, I think it was, I came across a documentary written by American military analysts, and they were somewhat weary of the operations of the Chinese and the Russians in Guyana. And one of the things that was said was that the American missile
Mm-hmm.
defenses are geared towards missiles coming over the North Pole, but they don't have any missile defenses for missiles coming from the equator. And they were very worried to know that the Chinese and Russians are operating openly in this region and that they can probably have a mobile launcher. And as soon as they launch, the missile the launches disappeared under the canopy of the jungle. So I think America will continue to have a serious look into the operations of the Chinese and Russians in this region.
Thanks, William. Thanks for that contribution.
Good afternoon, Sharon and listeners. I won't be too long, but
Yep, we have this one already. We have that one already. We're going to take another one. Yep, almost played that one. We have that one already. Thank you so much for that one.
Hi, Sherrod, good day.
Good day,
My
sir.
comments, my take, these people is criminals, buddy. Cause these people should not run this country. These people live on a hustle. It's hustling these people live on. You understand? They're just running around the country, gimmicking themselves, giving 100,000, 200,000, and making the people a fool. But Guyanese need to wake up and see the reality that these people are just criminals and they're hustler. You understand? And now, as long as the vice president is there, this corruption will always go on because this man is head king for corruption. And there's no way Ali could tell him to resign or nothing because he running the show. Ali just a rubber stamp at the end of it. Yeah, Sherrod. And one more thing. Now, Vice News, these people is conscious people and these people know what they're doing. You understand?
Yep,
And these
yep, yep.
people get the information that the corruption was going on in this country. These people know exactly what they're doing and these people just come in on a mishap and catching them half guard because the people know they corrupt. You know? You see when the woman asks you about Sue, he left stupid, he left stunted because he never expect that. You know, he trying for lie, he trying for paint a picture that he don't know Sue and Sue is this and Sue is that. The people already know he's a liar and he's a disgrace to this country and he should resign and just pack up and think because he can end up like another Trump. Just now soon Trump going in jail and he might follow Trump just now with the wicked and evil thing they're doing. So let it continue. Every rope up her hand, you know.
Yep, yep, yep. The man, he didn't know. That's what he said. Sue was just a tenant. Now Sue elevate a friend and Sue gets all our support. That's what he said. Sue gets all of our support. Now, sir?
Yes, Mr. Sherrod Duncan. I think Barrett Jagdeo should be charged with a crime to subvert the legitimate functions of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, particularly in addition to conspiracy to facilitate sedition. Both. Because what he did, as evidenced in the recent video, Vice video, it showed that he was trying and attempting and involving himself in a process to defraud the Guyanese people of land, proprietorship, government assets, and to defraud the Guyanese system by working outside of proper government channels to facilitate his fraud and the selling away of Guyanese assets for a profit for himself. In addition to what occurred when Jagdeo said chase David Arthur Granger was a scheme, an ongoing scheme, which culminated in Jagdeo's attack in GCOM, to attack GCOM, to destabilize with the intent to facilitate sedition all along. And we can see even in the no confidence vote with Charandas, that was the beginning of the facilitation, of the facilitating of sedition.
Mm-hmm.
But that was
Correct.
through legal means. But when Jagdeo attacked GCOM, you see, at that point, they had become frustrated in the party, frustrated in their attempts to overthrow, to facilitate sedition. So they took violent matters, violence into their hands, and facilitate violent acts, like chasing police officers, because their plan was to destabilize the government. So again, like I said, Barrett Jagdeo should be charged with a crime to facilitate illegitimacy.
Thanks for that contribution. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Sherrod. I'm just glad of everything happening and everything coming out and everything has been revealed. It's take time. Sometimes we just hurry for things to happen, but some of these things have to take time. You know, number one, why is he having a meeting in his house with the man? First, he didn't know Sue. Sue's just his tenant, but he having meetings in the house with this man. That is not his portfolio. He is not there to do deals on behalf of the government. This would have to go invest for. And people still out there saying they see nothing wrong with the little piece of the video.
Like prayer, man, like chant, like prayer.
I want people like James Bond take a page out of borrowed book. This is not what you want to do. Take a page out of borrowed book. Please take a page out of borrowed book.
Thanks for that contribution. Thank you. Thanks for that
Hi,
contribution.
Sherrod. Good afternoon. Listen, I am going through this Guyana for Sale report video, and I want to know is how many more contracts that are up and running, and all those Chinese businesses, hardware stores, and things like that. Where did those contracts emanate from? I'm listening to the VP speaking about that you just have to Go Invest. So does Go Invest have a list of all the Chinese businesses that are already established? Did those businesses go through Go Invest? I want to know that.
That's a good question. That is a fantastic, fantastic question.
Mr. Duncan, a very good afternoon to you. I listened last night what you say. Mr. Jack, do you know that he just take money under the 4-foot table? The whole world know. The same ABC country will put them in there. The people watching them, the whole world watching them. Up to Monday morning, I just get up every morning, Mr. Duncan. And it come over BBC News that Sue and the president, the vice president for Jack in Guyana, they corrupt, taking money under false pretend. It come over on BBC World News. Wow. Jagdeo know that he take the money. He know that he take it. Jagdeo must go. Jagdeo must go. And then the president come on and say he want the thing go viral. Who want go viral? When Sue talk the truth and Isabella Young talk the truth? No, 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 no. It can't go, sir. We Guyanese people got to come out and protest and stand up for the right that Jagdeo must go. He is taking money from the Chinese national long. But it's Isabella Young was skinny up. Jagdeo got to go. It got to go. It overbearing too long. It's more in the matter than in the pistol. This is only part one. Part two coming behind just now. I want to was Sarah and Lynch. When Ralph Gonzalez and Mia Martin all them say no when they see it, while them will get PPP in power. Have a nice day, Mr. Duncan.
Same to you, my sister. Pay some power.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan.
Good afternoon, sir.
It's time for a no confidence vote on the PPP regime. This is really getting out of hand and needs to be stopped immediately.
Correct is right. Correct is right. Correct is right. Stop immediately. Immediately. Correct is right. Thanks for all the contributions, folks. We're going to try to pull a couple more before we pull the curtains down. Let's see if we can get another one very quickly.
Hi, Sheriff. Good afternoon.
Hi, Marilyn.
I'm happy that you are well and you're back to the old you. However,
good to be back.
I am so angry. I am angry. When I telling you angry, I am angry about that 15-minute clip. And then Priya, with your presumption, going to say that, oh, that is a script and she can do better. Priya needs to shut up.
Call them corrupt.
And all of them who are trying to defend Barra Jagdeo, including James Bond, the whole pack of them need to shut up. Next thing I want to know, what is the ambassador saying? What is she saying? Where are the guardians of the democracy? All of them put Jagdeo in that. It's them got Guyana and where we in. Now, Barra Jagdeo contradict his own self. He actually admitted to everything. If he was looking,
He would have seen the woman he would have seen the recorder and everything that he's saying. Sue, who the hell is Sue? Byron Jagdeo need to get a grip, and Byron Jagdeo need to resign. And as to Irfan Ali tell him Jagdeo to resign, Irfan Ali dare not open his mouth to tell Jagdeo to resign. You're crazy. He can't do that. He don't got the gall. He doesn't have the testicular fortitude to do that. And as to waiting on the commissioner of police and whoever, never. We have to get international players to go into Guyana to fight Barra Jagdeo and the entire PPP. And as far as I'm concerned, they should all resign. And I hope that the coalition, the coalition MPs, the joint parties, I hope that they file a no confidence motion against the PPP. This is shameful. It is embarrassing.
Yes, it is.
I am so ashamed and angry. And from the time that Vice News report go out, I think the next day, the streets of Guyana should have been flooded with protests. Guyanese people need to wake up. They need to get up. What more are they waiting on? We've been telling them all the time, and they just sit down. When you see some of them get up some mornings and they cannot put a meal on the children's table, and the babies they're crying, and the children they're crying, and they can get on to go to school, they can catch it. And I'm not too sure if they're going to get it there. They need to wake up. Anyway, thank you.
Thanks, Marlon. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. Thanks for that.
This very same corruption exposed here. This very same corruption that is exposed here with Jagdeo speaks even further of corruption in the last election. This also tells us what Jagdeo and the PPP were capable of doing in the last elections and to answer for all those empty ballot boxes. This is good information for the CCG, the Caribbean Court of Justice. This is good information from them. They can see from this the callousness and the thievery of the PPP.
Yep. Well said. We can take a couple more quickly, guys. And then we got to go. We've passed program time. We got to go. Let's take another one quick.
Oh, yeah. Sorry to double back again, though, Shared, but
Go right
just
ahead.
the next shorter one.
Go right ahead, sir.
I heard Mr. Norton in the interview with Mr. Burt the other day. He talking about PPP's tragedy of when you guys want to come out to protest that they're going to pay people to beat up East Indian people and so on. Mr. Norton, we're living in a new era, technology era. We got our phone as evidence. Call the protests. Anybody beating anybody who we as citizens in the country know what's right from wrong, and we could videotape them, record them. Come on, Guyanese. Come on. This is what God give you knowledge for.
Good. I hear you, my brother.
Good afternoon, Sharon. I don't know if you played the voice note, but if you played one, you ain't got to play the next one. Now with this thing with them, I believe this is high time for the install regime to go. And I can't remember who said it. As long as the regime keeps holding on to Barrett, he's going to continue to spoil all of them. So eventually, the whole lot will be thrown out. And this thing we're in front doing, he's setting himself up. He got to stand up for Barrett, because remember, without Barrett, there is no in front. And I like what Barrett do, because when the belly hand to the wall, the clock done there, he will be carted off to prison. He will be losing his pension as a president, and in front will be going. So he wouldn't be having a pension president. And I like how President Arthur David Granger is sitting back and enjoying his wonderful present. And when pension, and when they are finished, they must levy on the properties to repay some damage to the Guyanese people. Bye-bye.
Correct. all this emotional distress.
A pleasant good afternoon to you, Mr. Duncan.
Talk the things, my
A
sister.
pleasant good
Good
afternoon
afternoon.
to your viewers. Mr. Duncan, I am so happy today
Tell us why.
that the rat has been caught. God help thief
Agreed.
man and he help watchman.
Mm-hmm.
And he hear the cry of the Guyanese people. So he decide to set the trap for the rat. And the rat get caught. Can't come out to this nest no more. Can't come out to this trap. And I do hope that the Guyanese people now would take down the PPP, just like how Sharon Das take down APNU. Let the Guyanese people come out in their numbers from all walks of life. Shut the country down. No business as usual, because don't feel it's Jagdeo alone. All of them in the PPP, all of them. That is a thieving party, a thieving government. Everybody doing their thing. That's why they got to cover for one another, because they know all of them doing the same thing. Money got to make.
Money got
They're
make.
making money upon the poor people head. They're making money with taxpayers' money, and taxpayers can't get. So now is the time for unity to combine in Guyana. The unions, don't bother the private sector, because they're in the thieving jar too. The unions got to come together with all the little parties and shut the country down. Bring these people down on their face. The entire PPP need investigating. The entire PPP need investigating. Guyanese rock and come in. Respect and manners. Come on. This is the time for we take down PPP. This is our chance. Let me give them TKO. Let the Guyanese people be a shamdas. Let the Guyanese people able to rejoice and celebrate just how they were celebrating when they collide with shamdas. This is our time, Guyanese. This is our time. Let us stand up, unite, and pull these people down. This is all I'm asking for. Unite and pull these people down. Come out in our numbers. Come out in our numbers. All these small parties come together as one and bring these people down. It's a pack of thieves and vagabonds.
Alibaba.
We have it running this country. A pack of thieves.
Alibaba.
A pack of thieves running this country. We have to bring them down, and this is our chance. If we let this chance slip by, we done with. They're gonna trample on us all over.
Yep. Alibaba, folks. Alibaba. Y'all know them. Alibaba.
Good afternoon, Mr.
Good afternoon.
Everything takes time.
Talk to me.
Now, everybody calling for boots on the ground, boots on the ground. Now is the time is boots on the ground, and we can see what the de facto president is going to do. If they're going to bring police for kill you or shoot you down, because everybody know the government is corrupt. Now is when we got to get boots on the ground. We have full evidence to go boots on the ground now.
We hear that. We hear that. Full evidence to go boots on the ground now. That's what was said. Full evidence. I hope you all hear that. Folks, the signal getting sweet.
A pleasant good afternoon to you.
Good
And I
afternoon.
want to say, God, don't sleep. God, answer our prayer in a diplomatic way. And God was answer our prayer. More left to come. The worst yet to come to that Barat Jagdeo.
Yep. God don't sleep. That's what we say. God don't sleep.
Hi, Mr. Duncan. Good day, sir.
Talk to us.
This is a young man by the name of Joshua, and my contribution to the show this today is that I would really like to know what really happening in our beloved country, sir, because at least for me, I'm a youth, and to all that I've seen in this country in my two eyes, it needs to be stopped, sir. Enough is enough.
You hear you,
You
Joshua?
hear? The poor feeling it every day, sir. While these politicians making millions and billions of dollars. You hear? And I just think that the time is now, and the Guyanese people should take the streets and get these people out.
We hear you, Joshua. We hear you loud and clear this end. Loud and clear.
I don't know if you've seen the denial of Mr. Sue with the lady Isabel. Let me tell you, that was professional. Before the woman could even finish asking the question, he was denying. That woman looked as though she was toying with him before she go for the jugular. That's a professional. Not like them ones who show up at Mr. Jagdeo's press conference, shake their head and agree with everything. This woman has a lot at stake with her profession and her background. And she's not going to put that on the line for lies. She knows her job.
Yep. We hear you there. We hear you there. She knows she work. She knows she
Good
work.
afternoon, Sharon. I'm just calling to say those Kakabeli, Barra Jagdeo, Irfan Ali, and the big nose one. It's time, it's payback time now. That's why Jagdeo is fighting for getting to power because those were business that start and he came in back to finish it. Jagdeo is a wicked man and the rest of bitches them what they wrong all of them. It's only time God gave with the aisle and he gonna protect us with it. They're gonna go the way and left the aisle. Left for aisle, let them have fun. Fun time is we time. We got the last laugh. Let it go to hell. He hollering whoso, whoso. He think everybody's stupid like he. Let it go so later.
Hear your frustration, my sister. We hear your frustration. We big, we big. Folks, we big, but we ain't thing. Right? That's what we want some people to know. We big. Folks, we big. but we ain't thing.
Hi, Mr. Duncan.
Good
If you're
afternoon.
saying that Jagdeo corrupt and Jagdeo is being caught, therefore Ali is a part of it, and Jagdeo sister from Barbados is a part of it. All of them are a part of it. And two, no matter whatever you folks are saying, Jagdeo ain't going no way. Jagdeo ain't going no way. Trust me on that one. The only way those people will get tight and start thinking and feeling the pressure is if the opposition willing to get their hands dirty. You all want to play decent politics, you will never get Jagdeo or any one of them to be removed from there. No matter what corruption to come up with, no matter vice or twice, nobody ain't going no way.
We hear you, brother. We hear you there. We hear you there. Finally, folks, final one. We take
Hi,
it.
Sherrod. Good
Final one.
afternoon. Good afternoon. And if Dorit is there with you, good afternoon to you, to my
Unfortunately,
sister.
no.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
My
nonetheless.
piece on it is so much that I don't even know where to start from. But you know what? I heard my sister Amanza talk that is our time, is Guyanese time. Is we the people got to come out. We got to come out. Let me tell you, with all due respect, you know, we we got to remember that our opposition leaders, they are the one our representatives, and we can't be the ones that going out there just why like that and to say, well, we start something. We got to be represented by our leaders, and our leaders, just as Jagdeo is very influential with his followers. When he ready for protest and all kind of thing, he tell them come out and we shall be, and he in the thick of things, and all of them, Ali and all of them in the thick of things. Yeah, so I just want to get this to my sister Manzo, with all due respect, is a lady that I have a lot of love for. I really admire her, you know, and I even sending this on to you and even my sister Jerita also, you know. We got to, you know, it cannot work with just talking. We cannot just sit down and talking and feel that yes, we're doing great with the talking, but we got to come out and walk the walk too. And Sister Judy, you got to understand, my sister, that this thing, you understand, this thing into politics is not just where you at. You got to hit the streets also. And there's where the strength, this bill. So we need our opposition members of parliament to come out and to encourage the people, the supporters to come out also. You understand? Because yeah, it not gonna go down good. It not go down good to know that y'all are in, and because y'all bringing it verbally that well, you know, that it is doing good. It is not doing 100% good. It will do 100% when we walk the walk also. We come out, we go, and we even report from ground zero, from where the happenings there. You understand? So I'm encouraging the leaders of the opposition and all the opposition members that y'all got to come out and bring us out, and now we got to bring y'all out. Is y'all got to bring we out. So y'all gotta come out. We got to go out. You understand? It's not nothing more going out with guns and weapons and all kind of thing. We gotta show solidarity, and with that the international forces them are going to see, and they're going to chip in. When you got the normal people just walk out just so and them thing, and then you know, with all due respect and the love that I have for the opposition members, you know, you just sit back and then we just come out. I hear this guy Roysdale, I think it was Roysdale Ford on your program. This liar guy talk about it, that it cannot be just talks alone. It cannot be talks alone. We got to the opposition, got to get up. The members of the opposition got to get up, my brother. Got to get up and hit the streets with the people, not the people with the opposition. It's the opposition, with the members. It's the members with the people. You understand? So we got to come out because we got to arrest the evilness in this man. We got to arrest the evilness in this man because people them ain't got no time because they're so shame. They have no time to say, well, you know, talk against it because they are very, very much shame. They're very, very much shame. You understand? So we not gonna don't expect none of them to say anything against that. They will talk in favor of him. You understand? And this is how it does go for them. We see other incidents with Dharam Lal and even the person Kwame. We see incidents with them, and we see the support that they get from them counterparts. We see the support where they get. You understand? So it's a case that our opposition leaders and the representatives, the members of parliament, oh, y'all got to come out, y'all got to get up and come out. We got look how much program we got where they got so much opposition members, got so much of programs where we just doing the lip service. We welcome it, but we want to see y'all in person out on the road also. How you think Jagdeo them end up getting them kind of force? They just go out. They don't only sit down, my brother. They just go out there.
Good afternoon, Mr. Duncan. Again, I spinning back. Just short though. The other day they went to Parliament and decided how they're gonna they want to pass a law to jail people for misconducting in government in a government capacity misconduct. They want to jail them for life imprisonment. But praise God, Jagdeo just stepped back in the right line. They can start the ball rolling. Start the ball rolling. Thank you.
All right. Finally, folks. Finally.
Hi, Sharon, it's me again. Sharon, I tell you, this man gonna piss oil and shit money. He wicked stink and dirty. He jag about the jumbie body trench capo. But let me tell you this here, so he they coming. He they coming.
Yep. We hear you, folks. We hear you. Thanks for all of your contributions today. To lest we forget, folks, below the belt, who vex lose. Thanks for joining us today. We hear each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. I never see a protest I didn't like. And there's one going down just in a few minutes. May have started already. They're telling us outside the office of the president there in Shipton Ryan Chandra Paul Drive. My brother who just spoke. See you there. See you there, my brother. See you there. And the other protests you have that will happen. See you guys out there. Boots on the ground, folks. Who vex lose? Who vex lose? Good to have had all of you guys here. You know, we can't do these programs without you. Help us to keep them moving. Help us to keep moving forward. We got Zelle available, Cash App, PayPal. We also have MMG. We are available via MoneyGram, Western Union as well, folks. Pace and power. See you guys in the ring tonight. See you guys in the ring tonight. We're going to bring you the latest from the Palace line as it happens, folks. See you guys again real soon. See you soon. That's our time. Stay safe, guys. Stay safe.